Hey, what's up and welcome. I'm the one and only West Coast King, and welcome back to the League of the Americas here with FC Dallas. And as many of you may know, I've been away for a week on vacation, so the last 4 episodes you've seen were all pre-recorded, but I'm back now. I actually got in last night at 1 a.m. and I woke up this morning. I was like, you know what? I want to play this episode. I want to record this thing right now. I've been wanting to play FIFA. Haven't played in a week and a half, which is actually a little bit worrying considering this is the Season 2 finale, and the final game of the season is the Europa League final, which we'll be playing today. I'll only have one game before that as a tune-up match, and that'll be the last regular season game of the season. It'll be against Atletico Mineiro at home. It means nothing in the standings. We've already locked up the title for season number 2. I just want to play that game just so we get the trophy celebration at the end. We can collect that trophy, and we'll move on to the Europa League final. But that game actually becomes very important now, as I have to use that as a tune-up game. Hopefully knock all of the rust off before we move into the Europa League final. Hopefully everything goes well. I'm not sure how it's going to go. I've never really taken that long of a break from FIFA before. I hope it doesn't come back and bite me, but we'll see how it goes. So we have 4 games left in this regular season. I already said I'm going to play that last one against Mineiro. We have 3 more before that. The first one's going to be at home against Boca Juniors. And these games don't mean anything, so we're going to simulate them. You can see our lineup is very, very rotated. I even have some of the players that never get to play, like Colvert and De Jong on the bench. We're just going to simulate these things. I don't want any injuries to any of the big players. I'd like to have our full-strength lineup available for that Europa League final, if at all possible. We win this first one 2-1. That's a pretty good win. Boca Juniors was actually in pretty good form, up to 11th place coming into this one, so I'm happy with that win. And the next game up is going to be at home against Racing. Racing's actually in 8th place coming in. We got the full-strength starting 11 in there for that one. I want to rest them, but at the same time, they keep coming to me and saying, yo, they want to play this next match. So I can't really not play them if they want to play. And it's another win, a 1-0 victory, but Perry Kitchen picks up the injury. That's the risk we run when we play our starting 11. So let's see how long Perry Kitchen's going to be out for. And there you have it. It's an MCL injury for Perry Kitchen. 2 months. His season is over. That sucks. I would have really loved to have had him for that Euro League final coming up against Leverkusen. He's not going to be there. He's not going to be available. So I shouldn't have risked it. I should not have risked it. I should have just benched the players, pissed a couple of them off. It would have happened, but you know what? At least they would have been fit for that Euro League final. Now we won't have Perry Kitchen. Also, Matt Hedges has now come to me and says that nothing has changed. He's still not playing enough, and he wants to now move away from the club in the offseason. We'll have to take a look. We have Zimmerman as a backup, but I really like the veteran presence that Hedges brought. He did a great job of stepping in when Omar Gonzalez or Miazga was out. So if we do lose Hedges, I probably am going to hit the transfer market and try to bring in a replacement for him rather than allowing Zimmerman to step in there. Just because I like Zimmerman. He's good, but I think we need another veteran player like Hedges on the bench just in case. Alright, so on to the last simulation of the season. We're on the road to take on Palmeiras. I think they're in like 16th or 17th place coming in. Not a good season for Palmeiras. Usually one of the better teams in the league. Struggling this year, so we have a full reserve lineup in there. Hopefully, I mean, I don't even care if we win or lose. It doesn't mean anything. I just don't want any more injuries. We lose, doesn't matter. We didn't get any injuries. That's the most important thing. Okay. This is something I've never seen before. I'm ready to head into this last match against Mineiro, and I got a notification that says that my opponent doesn't have enough players to play the next match, so they're forfeiting and will be awarded a 3-0 win. What? What happened to... What is going on? We're not going to get the trophy celebration, which kind of sucks. The good news is all of our players are going to be fully fit for that Euro League final, which I was a little bit worried about. We don't have the freshest of legs right now. We played a lot of games in the last couple of weeks, so I'm actually kind of happy with that. Sad we're not going to get the trophy celebration. We're getting the trophy regardless, though, so it doesn't really matter. Just the whole, you know, the whole ceremony and everything we won't get to see, but I've never seen that before. I didn't even know that was possible. That is such a bizarre way to end the season, but okay, it's been a weird season anyway. We'll take that. We'll move on. Let's get into the Euro League final then. So here we go, the Europa League final, our chance at our second trophy this season. We're taking on Bayer Leverkusen, a very, very good team. There's the man Chicharito over there. They've got a very quality squad. Here's our starting 11. You've seen it before. Obviously, no Perry Kitchen due to injury. The rest of the lineup is the best starting 11 we have. Fully fit, fully rested, and ready to go for this one. Let's bring home this trophy. All right, here we go. Kickoff against Bayer Leverkusen. No surprises from them in their lineup. It's a very normal Leverkusen team. So it's exactly what I expected to see out of them. So I knew what to expect from them, though. I don't think I've really played them ever before. So we'll see how this goes. I think I like our chances here, but again, I'm a little rusty. We'll have to see what happens. Diaz, play that over here for Barrios. Barrios, turn it. Oh, Barrios. Oh, still good. Still good. Barrios out wide for Castillo. Everyone get back on sides. There we go. Ball in. There we go. Ooh, Diaz. That was a nice header from Diaz. He actually won that in the box. Patterson. Oh, I saw him. I didn't want to make that play, though. There you go, Diaz. Nice to Gruezo. Gruezo through for Barrios. Barrios on the end of this thing. Barrios to make it 1-0 early. Michael Barrios. Leno, man. Leno is just one of the best keepers in the game. He's so difficult to beat. Could have been 1-0 early on. Patterson, nope. Bender inside. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, here comes Wendell. Wendell, oh my goodness. They're blue. Oh, man. Omar Gonzalez, huge play right there. That was a massive play. Castillo, good footwork from Castillo. Watch the techers. There goes Castillo. Come on, Castillo. Come on, we're going to wait and we're going to burn this guy inside. There we go, Castillo. Castillo, there we go. In there for Diaz. Ref, he's brought down in the box. It's a goal kick, really? Here we go, Pizzon. Yes. Oh my God, Bender, what a tackle. Oh, big mistake. It's Gruezo on the end of it. Gruezo, can he get a shot off? Carlos Gruezo! The replacement for Perry Kitchen comes through in a big, big way. Leverkusen made the mistake at the back. Man, that ball was just pinging all around in the midfield, just ricocheting off of everyone. I don't even know how that ball popped up in the air right there, but it fell to Gruezo, who somehow held off the defender and finished the shot. What a play from Carlos Gruezo. 1-0 in the EuroLeague final. Come on, guys. We can do this thing. Pizon. Yes, play that forward for Bobby Wood. Bobby Wood, you got the pace. Come on, Bobby Wood. You definitely do have the pace. I see Barrios. Give it back post to Barrios. There he is. Tap in. Michael Barrios. It was a sitter. It's a tap in, Barrios. Seriously, how did he miss that? There's the whistle for halftime. It should be 2-0. It should be 2-0. I can't believe Barrios actually missed that shot. I know it's on his weak foot and he has no left foot. But he was 3 feet from the goal and he put it over the bar. I don't even know how that's even possible. Oh, what a header win out of the back. All the way up there. Bobby Wood back in for Diaz. Diaz, you know we're waiting on that run of Castillo. There's Castillo. Cuts it back. Huge play, Castillo. And Castillo misses. What is happening with this team? How are we missing the goal from the inside the 6-yard box? This is ridiculous. Oh, Gruezo. Gruezo making the plays. And actually right up the middle of the pitch. Here, is it Callum Patterson? It is. What a block. What a block from Leno. Oh, no. Oh, wow, Calhanoglu. That was so close. How do we leave Calhanoglu open up at the top of the box for a long shot? We cannot be doing that. Huge save from Allison. There we go. Nicely done. Aribi, no. Oh, no, 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 not Julian Brandt. Allison. Oh, what a save. Allison has bailed us out twice in this game with huge saves. None bigger than that one right there. It was one-on-one, and Allison just played hero right there. What a save. We're actually going to bomb that forward. There you go, Miazga. Big play. Get that out. Ref, there is the final whistle. A very, very hard-fought 1-0 victory. It came down to just a simple mistake from Leverkusen that cost them the only goal of the game. To be fair, we had golden opportunities to get one or two more. Missed an open net with Barrios, but still, it just came down to that one mistake, the only goal of the game. Unlucky for Leverkusen. Very, very fortunate for us, though. Trophy number 2, our first European trophy as well. It comes in the Europa League. I'll take it. What a fantastic season for this squad. So here is the final Europa League table. As you can see, we are champions of the Europa League this season. And actually, we didn't give up a single goal after the round of 16 where we gave up 2 to Olympiacos. None against Villarreal, none against Benfica, and none against Leverkusen in the final. That's very, very impressive in that kind of a competition. So I was very happy with that. Very happy overall with the squad, but still a little bit left to do in this episode and in season number 2. We got to take a look at the final season standings, both in League 1 and League 2, and also, of course, the final squad report. So let's go. So here are the final results from the league in season number 2. Obviously, we finish on top of the table, 18 points clear of second place Tigres. Monterrey, Atletico Mineiro, and San Lorenzo were the top 5 teams. The next best MLS team was Seattle in 8th place. They actually had a pretty decent season. They were in 6th place for quite a while. Looked like they were going to try to make a push to the top 5, and then ended up falling off late in the season, dropping down to 8th. The next best MLS team was LA Galaxy in 14th. And then the last MLS team in the top flight this season was New York Red Bulls, finishing in 17th place. But Chivas did manage to stave off elimination on the last game of the season. They won their last game. Rosario Central lost, which means the 2 teams getting relegated are the same 2 teams that got promoted into the top flight last year in Rosario Central and Universidad de Chile. And getting promoted back up into the top flight is going to be Club America, finishing in 1st place in League 2 with 82 points. No real surprise there. And the other team earning promotion is going to be Grêmio. I believe they're a Brazilian side. I'm like 95% sure they're a Brazilian side. Hopefully I'm not wrong about that. But they finished 2 points clear of Cruzeiro, so they earn promotion up into the top flight. So one team we've seen before and one team we have not. As far as the MLS teams, though, in League 2, it was not good. Toronto, who got relegated out of the top flight last season, finished in 10th. And the other 5 MLS teams are in the bottom 5. 16th, 17th, 18th, 19th, 20th. All MLS teams. What the hell were they doing? That's a bad showing for the MLS. Did not expect that at all, but they are really, really struggling in League 2. League 1 is not that bad. I mean, we had another team in the top 10. I mean, kind of scattered throughout the standings with the MLS teams. Not in League 2. They're all at the bottom. All right, so before we go ahead and do the full squad report, I'm going to go in and accept both of the options we have to purchase 2 players that we have on 2-year loans. The first one is Tyler Adams, so we're definitely going to bring him in. I think he's definitely worth the money. Honestly, I don't remember how much it is exactly. I think it's like $200,000 or $300,000. So he's definitely worth a lot more than that now. So we'll go ahead. We'll offer him a contract. He wants $5K a week. We'll go ahead and offer him $6K. He's a pretty decent backup right back option for us. So hopefully he accepts this contract. And the other player is Bradford Jamieson. Now, he kind of struggled at the end of this season. I definitely went with Bobby Wood a lot more than Jamieson, just because mostly Bobby Wood's rated a lot more and his finishing's a little bit better, but it's not that much to bring Jamieson in. Again, I wish they would say how much the fee is, because I don't remember. How am I supposed to remember 2 seasons ago when I offered the deal for him? But either way, we're going to go ahead and bring him in as well. Even if we decide to sell him later on, he's worth a lot more than what we're going to end up paying for him. So I'll offer him a contract as well. He wants $30K a week in wages, which is actually quite a bit. Let's go ahead and do 35. We definitely have that in the budget, and we'll offer him 4 years as well and see if he accepts that contract. All right, I don't know what it is about Dallas, but nobody wants to sign a contract to come here. Even 2 players that we've had for 2 years don't want to sign a contract to stay here permanently. Look how many offers I've given to Jamieson and Adams, and I can't get them to sign a contract. The last offer I gave to Jamieson was for $55K per week, which is $10K more per week than what Bobby Wood is getting. He wouldn't sign the deal. And for Tyler Adams, the last offer I gave him was $25K per week, which is obscene for a backup right back for a team that's in our position, which we're not Bayern Munich. I mean, we don't have that much money to pay for backup right back, so I can't do that deal either. So we won't have Jamieson or Tyler Adams next year. I don't know what it is about this team or why no one wants to sign a contract with Dallas, but it sucks. It's really getting frustrating, but we'll have to look to replace them in the next transfer window. So as the squad report rolls through on the side, let's go ahead and talk about what's going on with this squad, and specifically the striker situation. Obviously, you saw Jamieson's not coming back. He doesn't want to be here, so I'm not going to force him and pay him an exuberant amount of money to bring him back. Instead, we'll just move on without him, and fortunately, you guys already have a replacement lined up, and that was Jordan Morris, and I will definitely go after Jordan Morris in this upcoming offseason and try to bring him in. I actually think he's a pretty decent like-for-like replacement for Jamieson, so I'm actually not too worried about losing Bradford Jamieson. As good as he was for us these last 2 seasons, I think we'll be okay without him. However, I don't think we should stop at Jordan Morris. Actually, when we were struggling this past season, specifically in the Champions League, I think it was we were struggling to score goals, and I think that's a result of not having a clinical, complementary striker to play next to one of our speedy strikers, whether it was Bobby Wood or Bradford Jamieson or next season Jordan Morris. I think we need someone next to them that's a clinical finisher, a goal scorer, and if it means spending a lot of our budget on them next season, I think that's definitely a spot we need to go after to upgrade this team, especially if we're going to make a serious Champions League run. So I've added a lot of names to the short list, and I'll show you that when we're done with this squad report, and I'll probably allow you guys to vote on that in a straw poll. And if you have any other ideas in addition to the players I've listed, make sure you leave them in the comments below. Another position we need to look at is center attacking mid. We brought in Lucas Pizzon to be the backup there. He ended up playing out wide on the right in the starting 11, which I have no problem with. He's actually very, very good out there, and it's a position he probably will stick to. So that leaves us without another backup center attacking mid. We definitely need to address that. I'd actually like to go for a veteran this time around. I like what Mauro Rosales has done as the backup there. I think he's, he's quite, low rated, so we need a better veteran, but I definitely think a veteran presence is good in the middle of the pitch, so we'll have a look at a couple of veterans to plug in there at center attacking mid. The only other positions I think we might need a little bit more depth in is at center back, especially with Matt Hedges leaving, and he definitely will be leaving. He's coming to me once again and says he wants out, so I'll try to move him in this upcoming transfer window so we could use another center back to replace him. And then with Tyler Adams not coming back, we need another left back. Hollingshead has been the backup over there. We'll move him to right back, and then we'll get another left back as a backup for Riveros. So left back, center attacking mid, and a couple of strikers, one of them being a very high quality starting caliber striker. And then the last thing we're going to do is have a look at a couple of the players that I thought might be a good fill-in for two of the spots that I named off, center attacking mid and striker. I haven't really looked for left backs or center backs yet, so if you have suggestions for them, leave them in the comments below. So starting off with center attacking mid, we have Keisuke Honda, the Japanese wizard on free kicks. Absolutely a free kick specialist. I love this guy. Never tried him out in career mode, but I've always wanted to, though he does come with a pretty steep price tag at $10.5 million. Matthew Valbuena, pretty much the same thing. Good at set pieces, and again, $10.5 million. Another veteran player that I would really like to try out. The other one is Tranquillo Barnetta, a player that gives me a lot of problems in career mode. If you saw the Orlando series, Barnetta time and time again absolutely destroyed me. And I absolutely hated playing against the guy, but I definitely would like to try him out for myself. The last player on the list is Alex Mowat, a player that you guys recommended. Not a veteran player, but he is good at free kicks as well, so I like that about him. I could always try to go after him once again. And last but not least, let's talk about this striker spot. I have a lot of names on this list, so I'm not going to talk specifically about each one of them, but if any of them catch your eye, and if you don't know who they are, go look them up on FIFA or whatever. Let me know what your thoughts are, but there's a lot of names here, and all of them I think would be a pretty decent fit for this team. We've already talked about Jordan Morris, so we won't go over him again. Chicharito, though, man, easily my #1 person I would love to bring in for this team. I think he would be a fantastic fit as well, but at $36.5 million, he's too expensive. Unless he'll be on an expiring contract next year, which could bring his price tag down, he won't be affordable to us, which is really unfortunate because, again, I think he'd be a fantastic fit on this team. Munas Dabur, Harold Preciado, Mark Uth, Jurgen Locadia, Raul Jimenez. Maybe those are the names that you don't really know all that much about. Mario Balotelli, I'm sure you have heard of, and at $10 million, I think that's a fantastic bargain for Balotelli. I know he's had his problems, but maybe he'd be a great fit on this team. Again, a good value for a really good striker. Giovanni Dos Santos might be a little bit too much money. And then the last player I think might be the second best fit for this team, but he has the second biggest price tag as well. And it's Milik, the Polish striker, kind of built in the same fashion as Lewandowski, but not quite up to that standard yet. But a young striker, definitely has loads of potential in him. We'll have to see what his price tag is next season. But those are my list of strikers. If you have anyone else you have in mind, leave them in the comments below, or which one of these players you want to see me go after. So that is going to be it for this one, and that is a wrap on season number 2. We managed to win the league for the second straight year and win the Europa League as well. Next year, we set our sights on that Champions League. So that is it for this one. If you did enjoy, make sure to let me know by leaving a like below. Subscribe if you're new, and I will see you when we come back for some more League of the Americas with FC Dallas. See you.